Welcome to this lesson on the lock and key model, one of the fundamental concepts in enzyme biochemistry. This model explains how enzymes achieve their remarkable specificity when binding to substrates. Understanding this model is essential for grasping how biological catalysts function at the molecular level. The lock and key model was proposed by Emil Fischer in 1894. Fischer was a pioneering biochemist who sought to explain why enzymes are so selective in the reactions they catalyze. His model was groundbreaking because it was the first scientific attempt to explain enzyme specificity at a molecular level, laying the foundation for all future enzyme research. The central idea of the lock and key model is beautifully simple. Just as a specific key fits into a particular lock, an enzyme and its substrate fit together with precise complementarity. The enzyme has a region called the active site, which has a fixed, rigid three-dimensional shape. The substrate must have an exact complementary shape to bind successfully to this active site. This explains why enzymes are so selective, and why each enzyme typically works with only one specific substrate or a small group of structurally similar substrates. Let's examine the defining features of this model. First, the active site shape is rigid and unchanging, meaning it maintains the same structure before, during, and after substrate binding. Second, the substrate must have an exact complementary shape to fit into the active site, much like puzzle pieces. Third, this explains the high enzyme specificity we observe in biological systems. And fourth, because of this strict shape requirement, one enzyme typically catalyzes only one specific reaction. This selectivity is crucial for maintaining order in the complex network of biochemical reactions in living cells. To visualize how this works, imagine the enzyme as a structure with a specially shaped pocket, the active site. The substrate approaches this enzyme. When the substrate has the correct complementary shape, it fits perfectly into the active site, forming an enzyme-substrate complex. This precise fit brings the substrate molecules into the optimal position for the chemical reaction to occur. Once the reaction is complete, the products are released, and the enzyme returns to its original state, ready to catalyze another reaction. The lock and key model has several important strengths that made it influential in biochemistry. It is simple and easy to understand, making it an excellent teaching tool for introducing enzyme function. It effectively explains enzyme specificity, answering the question of why enzymes are so selective. The lock and key analogy provides a clear visual representation that helps students and researchers conceptualize molecular interactions. Most importantly, it serves as the foundation for understanding enzyme function, even though more sophisticated models have since been developed. Despite its usefulness, the lock and key model has significant limitations that were discovered through further research. The model assumes the enzyme is completely rigid, which we now know is not accurate. It does not account for conformational changes, the structural adjustments that enzymes actually undergo during catalysis. The model cannot explain enzyme flexibility, which has been demonstrated through numerous studies using advanced techniques. Because of these limitations, the lock and key model has been superseded by the Induced Fit Model, proposed by Daniel Koshland in 1958, which accounts for the dynamic nature of enzyme-substrate interactions. In conclusion, the lock and key model introduced the revolutionary concept of enzyme specificity through complementary shapes. While we now understand that enzymes are more dynamic than this model suggests, it remains a historical foundation for modern enzyme theory. It represents a crucial step in our understanding of how biological molecules recognize and interact with each other. Even today, when teaching enzyme function, we often start with this model because of its clarity and intuitive appeal, before moving on to more sophisticated concepts.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.